YouTube family, welcome to a new class. My name is Flo with Breathe and Flow, and this is another gentle vinyasa practice. Great to do as a beginner, or if you want to just take it easy, or for athletes to help with your recovery. It's going to be a well-rounded flow, and I'm targeting about 15-20 minutes. And we start now on our back with the knees bent in half shavasana. Make your way there, half shavasana. I can rest my head into this hood of the hoodie. Really nice. That's what it's designed for nice supine positions on the back. Now fully arrive, close your eyes, whatever you had going on, let it go for now. You're here, you made it this far into the video, you clicked on it, you started the practice. Now let's have a good time, enjoy. Just notice how your body is laying here on the ground, how gravity is doing its part to keep you there. Connect to your breath. Notice the air coming in through the nose, out through the nose. Keep your lips sealed for the entire class. Breathe only through the nose, because only the nose is designed for breathing properly. Move the heels a bit closer to the hips and press into the heels, lift your hips up for bridge pose. We're holding here for a moment. You're holding with me, observing the breath and observing the sensations in the body. If there's any sensation, any time that's not so good, then be gentle, be kind, back off a little bit, especially in a YouTube class like this where I can't see what you're doing. You just have to be smart about your own body and back off a little bit. Let's continue to hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, and lower the hips down. Take a moment here, simply windshield wiper the knees left and right. This is already a very deep practice because we're moving slow, and so it requires our full attention and awareness to what's happening in the body. Oftentimes all these big movements, strong movements, are also a sort of distraction. Let's come into happy baby. You can lift the knees into the chest and then grab behind the knees, or grab the outsides or the insides of the feet. And then tuck the knees into the chest, rock forward, cross your ankles, roll over the knees. We're coming into a tabletop, coming onto all fours, and you can do on your own a few rounds of cat-cows. We simply lower the belly down, extend the spine, look forward, and then round your back. Make sure the toes are untucked, so you're on the tops of the toes. Let's do one more. And back to neutral. Now we do what I like to call snake dance. We kind of barrel roll, move the spine to the right and move through flexion to a side bend. And then down, so you make circles with the spine, switch directions. Allow the head to follow, move with it, bend one arm and the other. So it's really just to move the spine in whatever way is coming up intuitively. Especially if this is the first time moving today, then you want to kind of move all over and just move. Simply move. Let's mark the hands forward, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, bend one knee, both, rotate, do whatever you want here to kind of arrive. And some of us are a bit restricted in the body, so you actually do want to keep the knees bent. And so it would look a bit more like this, and that's perfectly fine. And that's where you stay today. And then you breathe and you take in all the sensations. Let's walk the feet forward between the hands. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. One more inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back. Big step for pyramid pose. Both legs are straight, both heels on the ground. And if they're not on the ground, then your stance is too long, just shorten your stance. Once you're here, deep breath in through the spine. Exhale, melt down over the right leg. Gently pull the right hip back. You can walk the hands to the right or to the left, whatever you feel and whatever is coming up. Then you lift up halfway, pivot the feet to the left for standing straddle forward fold. You can widen the feet, widen the stance, and then fold down, melt down. Lift up to lengthen halfway. Exhale, Skandasana to the left, to bend your left knee, straighten the right. And we simply set the hips down all the way, however you got there. You now bring the left leg over the right thigh for half cow face. Ideally, we stack the left knee over the right, but if this is where you're at today, then this is where you're at. And then you fold forward and down over the right leg. So make this work for your body and meet your body where it's at today. Doesn't make sense to force anything. On and off the mat, I guess it doesn't make sense. So allow yourself to surrender a bit more, be a bit more kind and caring to yourself. This is a gentle practice today, we're not trying to push it. For that we have hundreds of other videos where you can really get pushed to your edge. But not today. I'm wearing a hoodie for a reason. Now you can stay here if you want, or come into Janu Shirshasana A, where we bring the sole of the left foot inside the right thigh. And then you fold down over the right leg. Just an option. You can't see it so well from on this side of the camera angle, but sometimes it's important to listen and not look so much at the screen. So I'm hoping you have your eyes closed. This Janu Shirshasana, we target a little bit more of your lower back in the QL, which is nice for many of us, but not always. And slowly release. We come back to a Skandasana. You can use your hands to push yourself back up. And we move to the front of the mat, bring both hands inside the right foot, heel toe the right foot to the right. So it's the heel is at the on the mat and the toes are off the mat for lizard lunge. And here you can move around, you can move forward and back, make circles, simply feel into it. For many, this is a pretty tight pose to be in. So I allow a lot and I encourage a lot of movement here. Some of you, maybe you want to come onto the forearms. That's also totally fine. Or walk the hands even further forward to lower the hips. Whatever it is. Just giving you some encouragement to modify. Let's meet all on the hands again. Release the left knee down, bend the left leg, use your hand or a strap or belt to grab the left foot, extend the leg away from you, and then pull the left foot towards you. Really nice opening for the left quad, superficial front line, mostly the lower half. The lower superficial front line. On your exhale, release. We come back to lizard lunge and then extend the right leg back, step it back for plank pose. From here we move up and back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward between the hands. Maybe keep the legs straight as much as you can as you get there. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale to fold. One more inhale to lift up. Exhale, step the right foot back, pyramid pose, both heels down, both legs straight. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale to melt. Walk the hands left or right if you want. Draw the belly in. And lift up halfway, pivot your feet to the right, bring the feet wide apart for standing straddle forward fold. Lift up halfway. And Skandasana to the right. Bend your right knee, straighten the left. We slowly lower all the way down. Set the hips down for half cow face. Right leg over left. Trying to stack the right knee on top of the left knee. And then melt down. Stay here if you want, or transition slowly into the Janu Shirshasana A. Bring the right foot inside the left thigh, and then melt forward and down over your left leg. Slowly rise up and come back to Skandasana to the right. Right leg is bent, left leg is straight. You can use your left hand to push up. And we move forward towards the left foot. Place both hands inside the left foot, heel to the left foot to the left side. Lizard lunge. Move around and do your thing. Come onto both hands again. Release the right knee down. Bend the right leg with your left hand or belt or strap. Grab the foot, extend the leg away, and then pull the foot towards you. Relax the right quad. And release. Back to lizard lunge. Extend and step the left foot back. Plank pose. From here you can decide if you want to keep the knees lifted or set them down. We will shift forward and bend the arms lower all the way to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Slide the hands forward for Sphinx pose. Or seal if you want. You can straighten the arms and go a bit deeper. If you now notice, this doesn't feel so good, then come back out of it. It's really not about performing, it's about being. And for being, part of it is accepting where you're at with your body today, in this moment. With your exhale, let's all come down to the belly. Shake out the hips left and right. Slowly push yourself back into a child's pose. Balasana. And slowly rise up to a seated position at the back of the mat. You can also come onto your back, bring the legs through, come onto your back for final relaxation in Shavasana on your back. Now close the eyes, sit tall, and take a minute to fully be here. Observe the air coming in and out through the nose. Without controlling it. If you're on your back, slowly bend the knees, roll over to the side, and take your time to come up to a seated position. Let's finish up the practice. Bring the hands together, palms touch at the heart. Thank yourself for showing up, for doing the work. Maybe you continue now with a 10-minute meditation. Highly recommend it. That's the real practice of yoga. Meditation, going into the stillness.